been seen.
There's so much bullshit in here. All right, that's. I guess that's our first episode right there. Tune in next week.
I wasn't sure how to say it.
I didn't even think about it until we were like halfway through recording that song, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't like even set up for that.
I was like, should I sound like worried? But then I was like, oh wait, they don't sound worried when you call them. Like, I'm the ones that are worried.
Can you imagine that if you like answered 911 what's your emergency? Oh,
Yeah.
what's your emergency? Are you okay?
Yeah.
You sound like every needy girlfriend ever. Are you okay? What are you
I would
thinking
not
about?
feel like they're gonna come help me.
Why?
Because if they're worried that I'm calling
I'd be even
them,
more
it's
worried.
like, you should not be stressed out. You should be the calm one in the situation. If I'm calling 911 and this bitch is freaking out, I'm not going to be very, like, not scared anymore.
I feel like if...
It'd be
Don't
role
feel
reversal.
safe.
You'd sit there and you'd be like, wait, calm down, listen. I'm just...
Linda, listen.
My car's flipped over in a ditch. I need help.
See, I would just be that 911 operator and be like, what?
Well, I'm never calling you for help.
You call... Even when you normally call me, I'm like, what?
Your cat got hair on it, Joel.
That's probably from the Vaseline, too.
Yeah, gross. Now it's stuck to my lips.
Oh, by the way, we should probably introduce ourselves. This is the No Bullshit podcast. I'm Dickey.
I'm White Dragon.
Oh my god, just say your fucking real name.
H. Swizzle.
H Dog.
Hudson Hornet.
I'm Alyssa.
Oh my gosh. Why do you have to have the white dragon though? What's the meaning behind that? Or do you
It's
just
a
not
really
like black
stupid
dragons?
story.
What is the story?
So one time I was on Tumblr and I saw this post and it was like, I wish my parents named me something cool like White Dragon or Lodia. And I was like, oh, you know what? No one's ever given me a nickname. White Dragon. I'm pretty pale. I'm gonna do that.
That is the...
And I just started telling everyone to call me that, changed my Twitter name, and it stuck.
See those names you just said? That's like the whitest of white names ever.
Elodia or White Dragon?
That's white. That's something a white person would name their child.
Elodia is?
A white person name.
No, it's a plant.
White person name, as I said.
Plant that lives underwater.
Under the sea.
Wow.
Elodia.
I hate that song so much.
Darling, it's better down where
hate
it's
that one?
wetter.
Yeah, because every time I go to Disney and I ride that ride, that's the part I get stuck
yeah.
on every time.
When the machine just
Yeah,
stops
the
and it's
ride
on a
literally
loop.
stops just right there.
I can't remember what that one's like.
I've just never been to Disney at all. I have no
sad.
desire. I'm too old now.
Dude, no, that's the best part.
I will be there next week.
Can you like
Literally,
shotgun
I regret
the ocean
okay,
water or
look, I
something
would
like that?
never
Come with me
ever
and
take
hang
my
out.
child. I will never take my child. That is a waste of money.
No,
they
they-
don't remember it.
No.
Like, maybe I'd take like my 12-year-old. But dude, I want to tell my parents they're dumb for taking me as a kid because I enjoy going now. It is
Yeah.
so much fun.
So-
You appreciate everything
Like
way
the
more.
first time I went, like my parents and everything took me when I was 6 years old. I remember Jack. Does Jack shit count?
Aha! Yes, it counts. For those of you listening, if you don't know, I
Wait,
don't think you
I
would
feel
know.
like
This is our
That
first
happens at
episode.
420.
I feel like we should have made a list of rules of what I can't say before we did that.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Every time you say no bullshit, should shit count?
I think any
Any iteration of shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Counts,
well,
and you
starting
have-
from now because I did
Don't
not know
hit the
that.
table, damn it!
Sorry, my bad.
What's a little break? Oh.
No!
Never mind.
No, so, okay, for any time someone says any version of shit, you have to pull from the mystery bag and answer the question. You have no choice but to answer it. Some of them are, like, very deep questions. Some of them are just, oh my god, I'm gonna get trash for on Twitter type.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
So
go.
continue your story.
no,
I'm
it's
counting
starting-
points now.
since you picked
I'm
one-
It's
counting
starting
points
from
now.
It does not count, and that happens at
What?
the end.
I wanted to
Do you want to do it now?
Yeah, it was gonna be juicy.
Someone say it.
Say
No.
what?
Say the word.
She just said it. Why can't we do it?
Because we didn't. alliterate
She
the
has to
rules.
answer. I mean, we can answer as well if we say
No, we didn't
the
specify
NB
the
word.
rules.
What were the rules again?
So I
The-
didn't.
oh my god! Yeah. So every time you say our podcast name, which is No Bullshit,
Okay, any
Shit.
yeah,
Count for
anything
you
of shit.
explaining the rules right now.
no, it does not
Yeah, but,
count
like,
because
if that's
otherwise
the
I'd be
rule, if that's
fucked.
the rule, she still did it. I want to see something
And you're
juicy.
repeating
All right, I'm
twice.
counting it.
No.
So Alyssa, pull from the bag.
No, that
pull
doesn't
from the bag.
count, No.
Listen, it might not be that bad. You gotta
Ho.
just.
Whitney
Some
wrote
of
them. It's
risk
gonna
it
be
by
I
that
wrote like
biscuit.
6 of them. There's like 200 questions in
It might
there.
not be that
By the
bad.
way, we're pulling this from the, what is it? The
Crown Royal jar. Bag.
bag. It's a bag.
Sorry.
It's not a jar. Read it out
Ooh,
loud.
read it.
Who's your go-to band or artist when you can't decide on something to listen to?
That's not juicy.
So say the fucking words.
Yeah, go ahead, Hannah.
Well, what's your answer? Don't you answer?
I'm thinking.
I don't want to put my own information out there. Why would I say the word?
Dude, you just said her real name too. Oh my god.
Who?
Identity revealed.
Your real
you just
name
call
too.
me? That's not
Who
my
is
name.
that bitch? TikTok.
I'm like, I'm sitting here thinking,
Come
and I'm
on,
like,
I
what
know
do
my
I
answer.
What do I
You
listen
said
to
go
when I'm in
to
the car?
go
Your
to
favorite
bands.
artist.
Band or artist. Who's your favorite singer? Whose songs do you love the most?
Jesus.
When you think of an artist, what's the first one?
Jesus loves me. No,
Kumbaya.
I'm not gonna lie. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of G-Eazy though.
Oh, yeah,
I know
Jesus.
one song of
Okay.
his,
You only know one song?
and you know which one it is. No limit. I'm a fucking soldier. That was so white just
I
now.
used to listen to him a lot. I just don't so much anymore.
I don't get why people think he's so attractive though. He's so
I
plain.
don't
He's
think so. I think he looks.
I mean, like, he's not super ugly.
I don't know.
See, I remember
gotta
like
remind
a
myself what he
certain
looks
hoe
like.
bag that used to be my friend, Kayla Heater, used to say that he was so attractive. He's such a daddy, and I'm like, no, he's very plain looking. But at the same time, I also don't have the best taste in men.
Mm-hmm.
Although I feel like they're personally the best.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to BQ.
Oh,
You know who you
no.
are in Practical Jokers.
No, I don't like him. I don't like his lips, his nose, his eyes, his hair.
He looks like Pennywise. The guy, Bill Skarsgård. He looks just like him.
I'm not good with famous people names.
Okay,
He'll
back
float
to-
too.
Back to my story real quick as the reason why I got in trouble. I do not remember anything from when I went to Disney as a kid, but I remember, like, I've enjoyed it so much more since I went when I'm older.
If I can't get loaded there, what's the
You can.
You can?
Yes.
Go
But is it
around
like
the world at Epcot?
Dude,
That's
literally.
a thing.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. It's like they have every awesome place in the world, like a mini version of it. And me and my friends, we got drunk the whole time. Literally, we woke up one morning, we were so hungover. One of my friends had to hang back while we went. She was just going to come and meet us because we were all dying. We have these, like, coffee cups from our hotel room that we're using for, like, Jack Daniels. And here we are walking to this ferry that's supposed to take us to Epcot, like, trying not to puke. Halfway on the ferry ride, the fucking liquor starts seeping through the paper coffee cup and was, like, leaking on us. So here we are trying to chug this Jack Daniels, hungover, like, gagging.
It's like hold the cup
trying
up
to get
above
off
your
this
head.
boat. We just want to get there. Yeah, we got pretty lit. It was fun.
See, I've only just tried to smuggle in like the minis.
Oh no, my grandma and her best friend came with us and they got kicked out because they were drinking too much. And literally, they were trying to get back to the buses to take us to the hotel. They're stumbling, they're climbing over gates and shit. Two little old ladies. It was so awesome.
Two little old ladies.
My grandma wouldn't even get off the couch.
It's like, there's some bad bitches. They're not really, I can't even get called them old ladies.
See, I never got the appeal of Disney though. Like, I love Disney movies,
You've never been.
but I just don't like. I love
The
roller
rides are
coasters.
so good. They're better. You know how like Kings Dominion, you get on a ride and it's like not even a minute long?
Yeah.
These rides are much longer. It's like the structure, everything is so, they put so much into it. Like whoever built that shit, I don't know how, because I could
She
never.
said it.
Pull from the bag.
I was waiting. I was
Fully
literally-
licensed referee over here.
Man,
I had to do it. Now
I'm
you did.
afraid now.
I
Okay.
got the fucking bullshit police over here. Fuck!
Ex-
Quit pointing at me.
Explain the story of your worst date. Does a date count if it's like not like a formal date? It was more like us hanging out, like
I'd count it.
talking.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to say names or anything, but I was dating this guy for like a day or two, and he comes over and we're hanging out. You know, we haven't really hung out much. We just see each other around. We're walking, taking a walk, or whatever, and he's like, "So when are you gonna suck my dick?" And I was like, I'm not. And
Right
he
now.
was like, seriously? And I was like, no. And then from that point on, he was just a total asshole. Probably 2 or 3 hours later, I was like, dude, you need to leave. You need to go home. And he was like, no, I'm not going home. And I was like, you need to leave my house. I literally had to call his brother to come pick him up because I was like, this is insane.
That's like the rapiest of fucking guys
And he
I've
wasn't even
heard about.
rapey. He was just obnoxious.
And you said this was after like 2 days of hanging out?
No, 2 days of
Of
like,
like talking?
yeah.
I'm going deep towards. I swear to God, if I get that question.
That's ridiculous.
You have to do it too?
Yeah, I said.
She said BS.
I feel like that should count.
No, it should not because I was pointing out what you said and I didn't
Whatever.
actually say it. That
How do
bag
you-
terrifies me.
How do you get in the way of your own success? Damn, that's like Oprah.
like Oprah.
It's like Oprah's level. I don't know. I got a pretty big ass, so that kind of gets in my way sometimes.
No, not really.
Fat joke. All right, no one's laughing. You're just staring at me. Money. I don't make a lot of money. Not as much as I used to. So, like, that's why this podcast took so fucking long. Because, like, my checks were half of what I was making at the last place I worked at. So, like, yeah. So I went from making, like, $900 a week to $400, if that.
How are you making $900 a week? I make like $600.
Because I was a bartender.
That's true.
And I literally, when I bartended, I made minimum $130 a shift. And I got tip share every week. So that was like $50 in my pocket right there. And there were nights like, especially if I worked a Sunday shift, I'd make like $150 to $200. There was one Monday I worked, I don't know how, I walked out with $270. And I texted the person that I had bartended with that night. I was like, damn, I wish you had left a lot earlier. I could have squeezed in that last $30 and made $300 when walking around slinging my dick over my shoulder and everything. It was fucking awesome. And I spent most of it that night at the bar.
Yeah, my money situation sucks.
Same.
Yeah, I have $2 in my account right now.
I paid my
So please
credit
listen to
card
this
off, but
podcast.
It's back at $800 just a few weeks later.
My bank account keeps getting overdrawn to the point where now my bank has put a hold on my check, so it got overdrawn again.
I just have a lot of credit debt. I just have $0 on my checking.
I just spent more money on my credit card, and I opened a second credit card.
Don't
Financial goals over here.
Don't use the second one because that's where I went wrong.
I already used the second one.
Dude, so I
Don't
think
buy anything over $500.
Well, I have a $300
yeah.
credit limit on that one, so.
Mine was like $4,500.
okay, fuck y'all, because I have $750, and that was like an increase from my $500,
Okay, no,
and it's maxed out.
So my first credit card was, my limit was $2,500, and then I paid that off, and now it's up to $5,000, which.
Girl.
Sorry, I keep hitting the table. But now it's up to $5,000, which I've already spent like $4,000 of it.
How? You just got up to $5,000.
Dude, it's so easy.
Don't worry.
What the fuck did you spend?
Money.
Well,
I bought my Disney
obvious.
tickets.
No.
Real talk. Oh, I know you spent at least $500 on those hockey tickets.
Yeah, and then the hockey tickets before that.
How much were those?
Those were like $1,000.
Why?
Everyone
What?
paid me back though. I just haven't put the money in my account.
Miss, I'm overdrawn, but I haven't put that money back in my account.
Okay, I also have a really bad habit of leaving cash in my wallet instead of putting it in the bank.
Can't relate. Direct deposit all the way.
What about when it's cash? And it's like...
I never do cash. I never really have.
chips?
When she worked with us, she used to go and she literally every day after work she'd go to the bank.
Honestly, that's how
what
I kept
try
most
to
of my
do
money.
now.
Yeah.
'Cause I have Bank of America. It's right down the road.
Yeah, when I would get off work, I would walk out with that money, and if I, for some reason, if I kept it in cash, like didn't put it in my account, it was gone like the next day.
It's so much easier to use as cash.
But if I put it in my bank account, I wouldn't touch it really. I don't know why. It was just very weird. It was to the point where when my 21st birthday rolled around, I had been doing that for 2 months. I had almost $1,000 by the time I turned 21, and I fucking spent every single dime of it to get fucked up and design this house for a party. Yeehaw, holla.
Every time I get my money from work, I go to the bank, deposit it, and immediately put it on my credit card. So I just never have cash. I'm always just trying to cover up my debts.
Have you seen the picture of that? It's like a building on fire and a guy's trying to put it out with a squirt gun. I feel like that's like you with your credit.
Yeah. Literally, as soon as I paid off one credit card, I was like, yes, there's $1,000 gone out of my debt. Say $800, 2 or 3 weeks later.
Dude, my credit card would be paid off if I, didn't have those bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, bills are
They
such a
get you.
pain.
Dude, I dropped out of college this past year, and my student loans hit me, and some of them aren't in my name. They had to do parent
How
loans.
much are your student loans? If that's too personal, I don't care.
No. No, so I have the ones that are in my name, they're $111 a month, but I had to defer those because the parent loans that I had were about $600 a month.
What's the total?
It'd be like $800 altogether.
Is there like bad interest, high interest rate?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure it's bad. But so we had to defer mine, And I have to put aside, so I get about $300 or $400 a week from my job, and that's no taxes being taken out too. That's why it's that much.
How?
So what he has is he gives you your full amount of money, but you have to pay the taxes
At the end of the year?
Yep. And I've only been working there
hate
since
that.
September, and it's November right now, about to go in December, so it only counts for those 4 months. But that's gonna be like $800 right there.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Screw that.
And like with my student loans hitting me like this, I have to put aside like $200, $300 a week each check, so I only have like $100, $150 spending money each week. Which granted, like I don't have a lot, especially since I quit smoking. I only have my Juul pods, which is like $40 a week.
So you go through like 2 packs a week?
Yeah. And then I fill up my tank. That's why when you mentioned Outback the other day, I was just like, oh God, please cancel, please cancel. And then all of us had to cancel, and it was just...
It was beautiful.
It was. I was like, oh.
It worked out for all of us.
Because I had to transfer money from my savings. I was like, if I'm going out tonight, I need to put some money over there.
See, when I had my savings account, so what my parents did, like all through high school and everything, when I worked, they'd take my paychecks and they'd put them into my savings account, but then they, out of their pocket, would give me 10% of what my paycheck was. So ultimately, my entire paycheck was going into my savings account. Well, when I moved out the first time, they gave me all of my savings account. That was $12,000, and I went and I blew it by shopping.
Oh my God. I would put that
do
towards
so
my
much.
car.
I would literally immediately throw it in my car.
Like, I paid bills, and I bought a lot of plane tickets.
Oh my God.
But
I feel
went
bad for
shopping.
you if we ever get any fame from this podcast, because like you're
never gonna see
Hannah
me
and
again.
I will be good with our money. We'll be living in nice fucking places.
You will never see
You're gonna
me
be like,
again.
y'all got $5.
No, you will never see me
You're gonna
again.
go bankrupt.
You will. You're gonna be the first one of us to claim poor.
To claim
On your taxes,
Yeah.
just right. Come on, give me a break.
I selected poor.
I'm not the best with my money, but there's only been one time in my life I've actually had to ask my parents for money.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh,
when
goddamn.
that's when the bank fucked up and they paid my car payment twice.
Oh, yeah, I
Out of my
remember that. I think one time...
Fun fact, was at Disney when that happened. And called my mom, was like, hey, put $200 in my account. I'll pay you back when I get home.
I don't think... Like, I'm terrified to ask my parents for money. Like, they always say, if you ever need it, but, like, at the same time, the day before, I'll be talking about, oh, I bought this T-shirt, I bought this, and this. So, like, I'm afraid they'll bring up, well, you didn't need this. Why are you asking us for money? You're not managing your money. So I'm always terrified to ask them, so I just never do.
Does that.
I'd rather go broke before asking my parents. I'll fucking go into the $100 negative.
My parents don't even have money for me to ask for. So I don't even bother because we're both screwed. So
No, but my stepdad the other day looked at me because I was talking to my mom about how much money I'm gonna need for all my trips in the next like 6 months, and I sat there and I was like, somehow like our trip to Ohio came up, and he was like, and how are you paying for Ohio? And I was like, I don't ask you for money like ever. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Shut up. Whereas like my sister will come home from school. First off, my sister gets $200 a week. She also has a job.
Wait, she's getting $200 a week from her job?
No, from my parents.
Why?
Because my mom doesn't want her to be at school without allowance.
Are you fucking kidding
But
me?
so she gets allowance. She gets allowance. She also gets... Whoa, my fingers blew. Anyway, she gets her paychecks from work. But then she always calls. And every time she calls my mom or my stepdad, all she wants to say is, hey, I need money. And they willingly give it to her. Whereas if I'm like, hey, can I borrow $5? Alyssa, you suck at managing your money. You always spend it on plane tickets and going everywhere. Why don't you ever stay home
they're
and
right.
work? Hannah, you're not helping.
Sometimes
I
I'm
mean,
like,
to an
she
extent,
must have quit.
they're right about like you, but with
I
your
know.
sister, that's
But then,
fucked.
like, my brother sits there. My brother gets $10,000 spent on him every year to play hockey, along with
It's
costs
fucking bullshit.
$700 per stick he has, and he has 3 of them. His skates are $900, and he has 2 pairs. And I sit there and I look at my parents, and I'm like, "Where's my money?"
Didn't I do that for a long time?
Nah, that
It's not fair.
that's bullshit.
I wish
That's
I won
that's
the
just-
lottery.
I want to win the lottery too.
Oh God, it would be so nice to just pay off my car. Literally, if I won $50,000, I'd be happy. That's all I need.
Nah, I need a little bit
Restart.
more because my student loans are like I have 20 in my name and then 40, I think, in my parents' name, something like that. And then my car still has 18 on it.
How many years were you in school?
4, I think. I dropped out when I was 21, so yeah, 4 years. But like my first
3 years in the semester.
Yeah, my first year I was at Salisbury, and I had a dorm. I had a meal plan that I never fucking used, and I had the tuition. I had the books. The books are fucking expensive, but they were way more expensive at CSM for some reason, which is a community college for our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get that. When I went to CSM, I spent easily $2,000 on textbooks, whereas when I went to Salisbury, I spent like $400-$500, which I still thought was excessive.
I don't know. When I went to, I usually it's around CSM. I spent like $800 or $900 on textbooks. But this semester I was really struggling. I didn't have the money. No one could let me borrow money. So I went and bought mostly online textbooks because they were really cheap.
I would just steal it from someone in your class.
I needed the codes.
I saw this thing one time that said
stupid-ass
Steve
codes.
Jobs created a website where you, at least I think it was Steve Jobs, but there's a website where you can get all the textbooks for free.
I have heard of
There has to
that.
be a catch.
You have to suck someone's dick to get the books.
That
Within
works.
2 days of talking.
It has to be like the
Yeah.
nastiest one you think of.
Hey,
It has to be that guy from your first
the
date.
creator of SpongeBob died.
I
Today,
know.
My childhood, it's gone.
It's not really gone because he's
Okay.
not one of the voices, but like
Okay,
I wasn't.
But he created the main thing of my childhood. Sorry, SpongeBob was very big in my house.
Yeah. SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents. If you had to choose between the two, take out
SpongeBob, Fairly
today.
Odd Parents is stupid.
SpongeBob.
Y'all disrespectful.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I
Obtuse,
love
rubber
Fairly
goose,
Odd.
green goose, lava juice, giant
Guava
snake.
juice.
I don't know. It was just
Shut up.
Please,
irritating to me.
if
It's
you're
lava
gonna-
juice.
It's guava juice. If you're gonna defend the show,
Lava
know the
juice.
song.
It's lava juice with an L.
guava
Take the
juice.
L, Alyssa. Look at the lyrics. I swear to God, if they're on
Guava
lyrics.
juice.
Yeah, I want to know now because I'm not sure either.
Giant snake birthday cake, Laura's first chocolate shake. Doo doo doo. I swear to God, if it's guava juice and not lava, I swear to God, it's lava juice.
It's guava juice.
It's lava juice.
guava.
I swear to. What if it's
What is lava juice?
lava? It's the
No.
juice from the lava. What if it's Jamba Juice? Which I know that's not right because it's lava juice.
That's pretty good advertising then.
Haha. I've never actually
You are the
seen.
slowest searcher, Alyssa.
It just popped up.
You really are.
It's right here. Obtuse, rubber goose, green goose,
Green guava.
It is guava.
guava juice.
It's lava juice. Y'all looking on.
guava.
Y'all looking on. You said lava.
She
I said
guava.
I said I didn't know which one.
Fuck y'all. Y'all full of shit.
God.
No.
She said it again.
Shit. Fuck.
Haha.
All right. So I'll pull two from here. I'm freaking the front of here.
This is great.
I hate y'all.
Even though we've got some pretty sucky questions.
What small gesture from a stranger made a big impact on you? My first boyfriend's penis.
That's
was
not
pretty-
a stranger.
That was pretty small.
Oh, it has to be a stranger.
Fuck. Oh shit. God damn it. Oh, I wish I hadn't have added this in there. Small gesture from a stranger. I don't know. I was at Subway one time over in Bryan's Road, and I was fucking miserable. I don't remember why. It was years ago when I was in high school, and I looked like I was about to die or something like that. Like I was very pale. I had acne all over my face. I had bags under my eyes more than a 17-year-old should. And this guy who's like 40, 50 years old looked at me and then went up to the counter and paid for my meal, which I really wish I had ordered a foot long instead of 6-inch if I had known that was going to happen. And he came up to me. He was like, "Oh, I paid for your meal. A beautiful girl like you shouldn't look so sad." And I was just like, I felt bad saying this, but 17-year-old me was an asshole. I have a boyfriend.
Oh.
I felt so bad about it when I thought about it later on. But I was just like, this feels so creepy, but it's so sweet at the same time. It definitely made my day. And I read about it on Facebook, but I left the part out where I'm like, oh, I have a boyfriend. 17-year-old me was an asshole.
This dude at Walmart today tried to ask me and my grandma who was older as a joke, and then he sat there and he looked at us and we were both awkwardly laughing. We were like, yeah. And he looks at us and he goes, "No, but I can tell you two are related." And she was like, "Yeah, this is my granddaughter." And he goes, "What? That's your granddaughter?" And I was like, "Please
That's
leave."
your granddaughter?
I looked at him and I was like, "Please leave."
Hate Walmart.
I bartended one day, and it was just me behind the bar. I was the opener, and this guy came in. He was waiting for some woman to come. I don't know if it was his wife or what. And somehow we got on the topic about how old we looked. I think I carded him, and he looked like he was in his 30s. Apparently, he was like 60-something. And I was just like, oh, how old do you think I look? And he was like, 36, 37. I'm fucking 21. And I was just like, no, that's not even close. I still have a youthful glow to me. I still have hope left in my eyes.
That comment makes me real happy. I look like I'm 12.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy. I've always been told that I look older than I am. But it's mostly when I was a teenager, I had huge tatas. I had giant Mondo Gazungas,
Don't
as
you
I've
still?
heard. I do, but like now I have a figure that goes with it. Like big hips, a little bit of a tum-tum. But like apparently I look old. But I think part of it was because I used to smoke like crazy. And now I don't.
Probably.
But I still look
Cigarettes
old.
and Juuls, not good for you.
Mind your business,
well,
David.
Juul is not as bad, and I don't think anybody could ever prove that, no matter how hard they try.
There's nicotine in it. Come on,
There's
Hannah.
nicotine. There's not one. It's vapor. It's not smoke. That's a big problem with cigarettes, is that it's smoke. Okay. 2, cigarettes got like rat poison. You know, they have a bunch of terrible shit.
If there was rat poison in it, we'd all die.
That is in cigarettes.
That's a thing?
Yes, I'm about to show you everything in a cigarette. And
well then,
you can't tell me these things
every
are
time we
all
talk
in a
about
vape.
cigarettes, I think of her Snapchat when she sits there and she pulls a cigarette out of her car and she's like, "Whoever was smoking in my car, just so you know, this is disgusting and you have a problem." Then next snap is, "And let's not talk about all my Juul pods."
I remember watching that. I was like, Hannah, what the fuck? You have so many Juul pods just laying around your car.
She called her own self
All right,
out.
y'all. Carbon monoxide, arsenic, methane, which is sewer gas, acetic acid, which is vinegar. I guess that's not that bad. Butane, lighter fluid, cadmium, which is in batteries, stearic acid, which is candle wax, methanol, rocket fuel, ammonia, toilet cleaner.
Rocket fuel.
To the moon.
Right? I never flew to the moon when I smoked. This is bullshit, although I did get a little high off of them when I went without them for a while. I can remember one time I went through the kitchen after I asked Brandon if I could take a smoke break, and
weren't dropping names.
They don't know.
Okay.
And I was holding my cigarette in my hand. I was chewing my gum, and I bumped into you, Hannah, and I guess I dropped my cigarette on the ground, so it was right by the trash, and in the kitchen, it's so disgusting to step on the floor. Like, you don't know what the fuck those puddles are.
Yeah,
and it fell right in there. Like, the edge of it, but still, and the part where you put your mouth on it was in that puddle. And I was so pissed off.
That's a lost cause at this point.
Well, you started laughing at me, so I crinkled up the cigarette and just put it right over your head.
You dumb bitch.
I was so pissed off at you.
I was so pissed off. You crumpled up a cigarette on top of me. All I did was laugh at your stupid actions.
Fuck you.
God.
All right.
I hate cigarettes.
What's the most immature thing that you did?
Probably
I feel like that is a good
Probably
answer.
that.
What are you writing?
I'm crossing out the ones that we've already done.
Quit your... It's on the thing.
You can't tell?
It'll pick up that sound.
Okay, so what's the difference of me doing this while you were writing all of our check
Because I'm
marks?
lightly tapping it down. But you're like, got your whole fucking fist on there.
Fist isn't on it. It's just how I hold a pen.
Her fist is on it. Her fist is on it. She's fisting my book. You nasty. All right, next question. Have you ever saved someone's life? What are 3 interesting facts about you? That's 2 questions.
Yeah, what?
What?
I feel like that was...
I think that was supposed to be cut in 2 questions.
It probably was, and I wasn't paying attention to it. I'll answer both, I mean, still. I don't know if I've saved someone's life. I don't know, like...
That's hard. I don't feel like people do that often.
And I feel like if it
I
did happen often, you'd probably remember it.
I tried to save someone's life, but they died. I guess I could talk about that. The Taylor.
That's up to
Yeah.
you.
Stop moving my book!
I like to fidget with things. It's a problem. I need your fidget spinner.
Y'all, oh my gosh. Okay, so in my attempt to save someone's life, so for those of you who don't know, about December 7th, 2017, my best friend at the time, fucking loved her. We were inseparable. We were on the phone every day, talked for hours at a time, was getting off work at a bar, and she had told me about these 2 creepy guys that were flirting with her, asking where she lived, and she was coming home, and this is like 2 o'clock in the morning. She calls me and tells me about them, and we're on the phone for 15 minutes, and I just hear a loud crash twice. And I knew where she was because she takes the same route to get home every fucking day. And I, like, hopped in my car immediately and, like, started driving towards where she was. And, like, in my head, I was like, holy shit, how do I do CPR? It's been, like, a decade since I've done it. Because I think I learned it in, freshman year? And I get up to the car, finally, and she was already gone. Like, she was dead. Not to be, like, dreary on this episode, but, yeah. So that was my thing. 3 interesting facts about me. That...
Ooh.
I'm not interesting. I feel like this
Soon
is
to be stand-up comedian.
I haven't done that in a while,
I know,
though.
you stuck up your game.
Dude, I tell you what, though, if this podcast takes off, though, swear to fucking Christ, I'm doing my stand-up. I feel like we should do a group one, though.
A group, is that a thing? Group stand-up?
Yeah. The Tenderloins, Broken Lizard. Those are the only 2 I know.
I don't know. I don't know many
No bullshit, that's the only one I fucking know. God!
I'm good
Are
at
you
this.
okay?
I says it way more than I thought I would.
do. I didn't even
I
think.
see. I didn't even notice it, so I was like, what?
I'm pretty sure I said it earlier, too, but I'm not counting it. All right, I would
You
rather...
didn't say it earlier because I was watching.
My interesting fact is I would rather chop my own toes off than tell an interesting fact to the class about myself.
Okay.
How do you hope you'll change as a person in the future? These are very lame questions right now. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
only picking those. I hope I get smaller tits and a bigger bank account. That'd be nice.
I want a bigger bank account. That sounds lovely.
I need a man. That's what I need. Why are you always drawing shit?
I couldn't help it. I drew a snowman, and I really like my pine trees.
This podcast has turned into Whitney just reads questions.
Yeah, for everyone listening, every time I say the S word or any version of it, Alyssa points at me.
You're welcome. This
like-
is all because you wouldn't let me get away with my one at the beginning before
You're like
we
a
established the
5-year-old who hears someone cuss and you're like, oh, they said
rules.
hell.
Dude, hold up. My little brother called me a bitch the other day. My 3-year-old little brother.
I mean, he's not wrong. But you my bitch, though.
No, I sat there and I was like, Noah, clean up your mess. And he sat there and he said, no, bitch. And I was like, this is after the fact that he gave me a black eye, but hey.
That's amazing.
I hate kids.
I
Dude,
love
mine are
kids.
assholes. The ones... Okay, I don't actually have kids for those listening. I teach Taekwondo for kids. And we have a daycare center there as well. There was 2 kids. They're like best fucking friends. And we did board breaking as a reward for them. And one of them broke his board immediately. And the other one just could not fucking do it. I couldn't get that too because he was the bigger kid. I feel like the chunkier kids have more like working with them when they do that. And he was getting frustrated, and his buddy that broke the board was, like, kind of being an ass about it, but not really. I think he was trying to help him, but it came off as a cocky way. So his friend just, like, stared at him and slapped him so hard across the face and,
Wait,
like...
the kid that couldn't break the board slapped the kid?
Yes!
Is that allowed?
No, you're not allowed to put your
in
hands...
trouble?
Yeah, I wrote him up, which, like, doesn't do jack shit. I hate my life. But it doesn't do anything. And I yelled at him. He didn't fucking care. He was all pissed off that he couldn't fucking break a board. And his buddy that got slapped, he didn't cry or anything, but he was like one of those kids, when he gets angry, it's scary. He's just like... It was just...
Demon
Like those kids that, like, you run and hide in your room and, like, be extremely angry after your parents... Parents, I cannot speak today, beat your ass.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
That exact emotion.
And it, like, this kid, if you guys saw him, he's kind of creepy looking. Naturally.
That sucks. That sucks so bad.
Like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm getting the fucking lamest questions ever.
What is it?
What gives your life meaning?
Potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
A potato.
I want cheese fries.
Cheese fries. That gives my life meaning, actually.
Cheese fries are so good.
I mean, we could go to, was it TGI Fridays after this? It's like almost
Is
midnight.
Applebee's not open?
No, they close at midnight.
Bitches. Where's TJ?
I swear she was about to say, where's TJ Maxx?
Okay, look, Sarah always gets on me for not being able to say this word. I'm going to write it, say I want you guys to say it, and then I'll say it, okay?
Is it TGI Fridays?
I don't even
Is
know
it falafel?
I don't even know if I'm spelling it right, honestly.
All right. Post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic. I can't say it.
You spelled it wrong, first of all.
Because I can't say it. Post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
Apoc. Say apoc.
Apoc.
Lip.
Tick. Apocalyptic.
There you go.
Post-apocalyptic.
Gold star for Hannah. Or for White Dragon. This one's actually kind of good.
Post-apocalyptic. Should I say
I
it?
used to have a friend that
Better.
used to say, instead of saying hippopotamus because she couldn't say it, she'd say hippoponymous.
My cousin, they don't have Chick-fil-A where she lives. Like, nowhere near.
Weird.
She lives in
Must
Montana.
be such a sad life.
Well, she lives in Montana, so it's sad enough. And she's ugly. But she came over here, which is in Maryland, it's like fucking 10 years ago. And my mom asked what she thought. She's like, I really like this Chick-fil-A. I was just like, what the fuck did you just say? And she was like, Chick-fil-A. And I was like, oh, hun, no.
Isn't
No.
there a song that sounds like that?
What?
There's like this weird song, I swear it sounds like that.
No.
Chick-fil-A just sounds very familiar in my head.
Is it like the teddy bear thing?
Teddy bear.
Gucci gang. All right, so this one's actually kind of good. What lie do you most often tell?
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's a great one. I used to be on time to everything. Now I'm late to everything because I know how fast I drive.
Whitney's I'll be there in 5 minutes as she just got out of bed.
Yeah. Oh my God, I don't think I've told anyone this. So my first day at work at this fucking Taekwondo studio, I was supposed to be there at 11:30, and I was up till 4 a.m., cleaning my room, because for some fucking reason I have the energy at that time of night.
I do that too.
It's weird. And I moved furniture out that I was giving to my sister, because she was moving into her apartment. And so I didn't go to bed till 4 a.m. I woke up, it was 12:15, or might have been like 11:45, something like that. And my boss had called me, and he was like, where are you at? And I was like, oh, I was good. I'm so sorry. I overslept. He calls me like an hour later when I'm at work, and he was just like, Miss Whitney, why were you so late today? You said you overslept. Were you at the club last night? And I was like, first of all, I've known you since I'm 16. Don't say that, because it just sounds very weird. What is that?
It's Santa.
Why does Santa have a wolf instead of a reindeer?
Oh, I forgot the antlers.
It still looks like a wolf.
It won't so much with the antlers.
I just want you to say the S word because, like...
They look like branches.
No. You draw way too much.
It's called creativity.
Dude, let's all go to a paint night one night. That'd be fun.
Let's not.
Like a wine and design, or like a...
Yeah.
Y'all
Wine and
basic.
design, like I
You're a
just was
dumb
at.
bitch. You ain't never painted before. You don't
Yeah,
know what...
fuck you. I paint all the time. I have a
good.
coloring book and everything.
I have a coloring
I do, actually.
Oh
Thank
my
you very
God.
much.
Did y'all see the Christmas ornament I made of my cat?
The Christmas ornament?
Yes. That was really cute.
Whatever. Did you see it?
You're post-apocalyptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yes, all is.
Post-apocalyptic.
That's an ornament. It looks like a
Yeah.
bath bomb.
It's cutie. I painted it.
It looks like a bath bomb.
That'd
Okay,
be
now
cool
I
if it
see
was
the
a bath
ornament
bomb,
part of
though.
it.
Yeah, jerk off.
Fuck you.
Guys, my snowman turned out really cute tonight.
My
We should
word
all go
search
to
turned
wine.
out really cute tonight.
Sarah mentioned this place where instead of painting like a picture because I don't like copying someone, I do not want to do that. You can like pick out a clay sculpture thing and paint it. I want to do that.
Oh, I did that when I was in Mexico.
I want to do it.
It's fun. I painted like 6 different things because they were free. I painted like a turtle, a snake,
Y'all are
a lizard.
like 20-year-old fucking middle-aged women right now.
You
How?
are lame.
Let's do wine and design classes. Let's
Mine's
drop the
good.
kids
You're
off
just
at
a fucking immature
soccer.
little bitch.
Fuck you. Well, I also don't go out anymore. My mom asked me the other day, she was like, why don't you go out anymore? You have off Saturdays. I'm like, first of all, my friends work on Saturday nights. Second of all, how am I going to go out with $10 in my bank account?
Right. Yeah. Yet somehow we always find enough money for Outback.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Hannah, I did the same thing as you.
What? Oh, lost the pop socket circle.
No, I broke it.
Oh, mine broke and then I eventually lost it.
I was at the Caps game and I was literally just messing with it while we were in the middle of like the last 30 seconds of the third period. We were down by 1. And I was so frustrated I broke it.
You
I don't watch
broke
sports.
part of your iPhone case.
Y'all TGI Fridays
It's part
closes
of
at
my
2.
pop socket.
Oh my gosh, pop socket. Oh my, y'all can't just hold your phones like normal people.
No, you get used to it.
You really do.
Oh no. My cat is on the fucking beanbag chair right now.
Do they have good cheese fries?
I don't
think they have
do
cheese
they?
fries.
What the fuck? I don't even want to
No,
go.
because last time we went was for when we had
And-
her breakup party.
And I was drunk as shit. Oh my
Whitney.
god.
Whitney decided she wanted to keep buying everyone at the table drinks. Her bill was like,
$100.
whereas mine was like $5.
Well, the thing was too, my bill was $100, but it didn't have everyone's shots on it. It had mine.
Dude,
And
no,
I was like,
look,
thank God, because that would have been an extra
Look.
$50.
You walked out the door, and we were all sitting there, and I sat there, and I was super curious. I was like, I wonder what her bill is like because she bought everyone drinks. So like, I opened it up, and I was like, oh my God. And everyone was like,
Oh,
what is
you
it?
said the S
No,
word.
I didn't. I almost did.
I heard
stopped
you. I
myself.
heard you. Hannah, I need a ruling.
You didn't
I'm
hear
sorry.
anything.
I was looking at TGI Fridays menu.
Just say yes or no.
No,
Yes.
Ah.
you didn't hear anything. I
Pull
didn't
from
say
the
it.
bag. You moused it though, so that counts.
That,
Pull from the
you
sack.
can't keep adding rules.
Put your hand in my green sack and pull a question.
Okay, that's weird.
Ooh, it's a Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mrs. Grinch.
What are some things that you haven't seen or read but know everything about because of popular culture? What?
Politics?
No, like, you know how a lot of people say they've read The Hobbit, but really they've only seen the movie, so they go off of that?
I suppose.
Stuff like that. Or like those fake ass 12-year-olds back in my day that said they've read Twilight, but only saw the movies and didn't know jack shit what was going on, what was supposed to happen. Oof, irritating.
I read the first
Okay,
one,
well,
but none of the others.
I
I've
read
only
the whole
read the
series.
first one, but I honestly I cheated through it. I only read half of it. So does that count if I say that? Because I knew a lot about Twilight
What,
based on
Twilight?
the movies.
I mean, I guess. I can't believe you never read those books. They were terrible books. I did read them when I was older, but like when I was
The fact
younger.
that came from her dream just like amazes me.
Dude, if I wrote a book
That's
series
so
off of some of my dreams, I'd probably get arrested.
Yeah.
I feel like Brian Quinn would put a restraining order out on me. I love you, Brian
I
Quinn.
haven't had any weird dreams about Josh Anderson like that.
I don't know famous people.
That's because you have a boyfriend. We're the single
Dude,
friends here.
I don't know if I told Alyssa this. I don't think I told you, but I had a dream the other day that I was teaching. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Come on with your kids in a box.
Oh my god! So I was teaching Taekwondo to all age groups. Like I'm talking 4-year-olds to 50-year-olds, and the guys from Impractical Jokers were there, and Kevin Spacey was, along with Tracy Morgan, which I don't know why, because I don't.
Tracy Morgan was in your Taekwondo class? That must have been funny.
Oh, I didn't tell you all of the dream too, because I was like half asleep when I was typing that, and I was like,
Oh,
"Fuck,
that's
this is
funny.
taking forever."
Okay, tell the rest.
But I was teaching it, no one was listening, and fucking, I just said, I quit. I packed up my shit and started walking out, and everyone was like, "No, Miss Whitney, come back, come back." I walk out. Apparently, I had given birth. I did not know this. I gave birth in class, so I had children coming out of me while I was like front kicking or whatever. And I'm walking out, and Tracy Morgan and Kevin Spacey come up to me, and Kevin Spacey's like, "Whitney, I use Taekwondo in my films. I need you to teach me." And I was like, I'm not dealing with any of y'all's bullshit anymore. That I feel like that shouldn't count as a word right now because I'm telling a story, but I'll write it down.
It counts
I'll
because my whispered one apparently counted.
Yeah, whatever. And I was like, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm not going to be responsible for y'all's that word. And I started walking, and someone was carrying a box. It was like a cardboard, like the thing you put your kids in the seat. Or not the seat,
What?
but it's got the little hood over it. I don't know what it's called.
Like on a car seat?
Not a car seat, but it's got like a little shade on it, and you
I
pick
think
it up.
You were torched as a child. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever. I'll show you
You
pictures
know the
of
thing
it
that's
later.
in a car with most kids that have the little
You
shade?
can hold it by. There's a handle on it.
Yeah, that's a car
Car
seat.
seat.
Oh, that is a car seat? Okay, well, a car seat with a hood on it.
Those car
It's like
seats
a
have hoods.
convertible car seat.
Every car seats have those.
has that.
Anyways, and for some reason, I just fucking smacked it. And they were like, Whitney, your triplets are in there. And I was like, wait, I gave birth 3 times? What? And they took it away, and I, like, ran over to the room they took them in. I was like, oh, are these my babies? And, like, I was kind of disappointed because there was a group of triplets, but they were fat and old. And I was like, these cannot have come out of my vagina just now. Like, there's no way. And they're like, no.
Benjamin Buttons.
Oh, they were ugly kids, too. Like, ugh. And they were like, no, those are someone else's. These are yours. I walk over. It's 2 blonde babies and one with, like, darker, like, almost brown, but a little bit blonde. They were sleeping. And I guess it was fucking Brian Quinn's kids, because I was like, call Brian right now. And he was in that Taekwondo room, which I'm pissed he made me quit, but whatever. I called, and all of a sudden I see Murr running in. And I'm like, first of all, why are you dressed retarded? He had a bow tie with a jacket, but no shirt on. He had the long hair, which Murr doesn't have hair, as anyone knows. So I was just like,
He's the only one I know.
Because I think you would hit it off with him.
Ew.
I
think he's ugly.
I think he's good looking. But anyways, he comes in and starts
None of them are good looking.
Fuck you. Brian Quinn is a... Oh.
He ain't that good looking. I don't even know who he is.
You've never seen him.
How'd you know?
You just said you only know one of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't mean she hasn't seen him.
I only could tell which...
I think Q is just beautiful. But whatever. And Sal's kind of good looking, but he's kind of gay. Like, he's very prissy. But anyways.
He's very germophobic.
Yeah. But Merg, like, came in and started playing with my kids, and I was like, get your dirty hands off of my kids. And then in comes Q, and I'm just like, oh, finally, get this maniac off my children right now. And then I woke up. And I tried texting you all that. Okay, let me finish my story, god damn it.
I know, I was just letting
Quit
you know.
pointing at the time. Okay, well, that was the end of the story, but whatever.
Wow, beautiful, totally. Now I want to have kids, baby fever, sight. Where's the coat hanger?
You know what?
I say that shit too.
You know what, though? At least you had triplets, like 3-for-1 deal. Birth is
But my vagina would be
terrifying to
just
me.
demolished.
I mean,
I feel like
yeah,
the third
but,
one would
like,
come down like it's on a slide
It'd
in
be cool
King's
to have
Dominion.
twins, or like triplets, 3 cars, 3 colleges, 3 everything.
1 kid,
3
1
cribs.
college, 1 car.
My kids would have to struggle like I did when I was a kid, even though I didn't really have, 2 other siblings that were my age.
Question.
All right, last question, then we're wrapping this up. What incredibly strong opinion or belief do you have that is completely unimportant in the grand scheme of things?
I know an answer for this for you.
What? Tell me so I can get an idea, because, like, I'm blanking
No,
right
you're
now.
gonna yell at me when I say
What
it.
is it?
That Brian Quinn is cute.
First of all, your mom's a hoe.
You love my mom.
I do. Your mom's beautiful, but she's still a hoe.
Who said
Anyways.
you can't love hoes?
You got a point there.
Hoes need love too. Naughty girls need love too.
I like my answer.
Strong opinion. No. Cause like that's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Oh my god.
But no, like I'm thinking more so on belief, like political or religious.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want to go political or religious.
Yeah, I'd steer away from that.
Oh, actually, no, I have one. I think for those heterosexual couples out there, I think the guy should always pay on the first date. I do. I was taught that was
I
the
don't really
first
care.
the first date.
So my
I think
opinion
whoever
on that.
asks.
My opinion on that is, yes, I feel like the guy should pay, but as me, every time I've been on a date, I've offered to pay for half of it.
Go
But
ahead,
I expect them to sit there and be like, no, I've got it.
I
But
don't
at least
care.
I offered.
I feel like whoever invites the person, because obviously you're like, hey, let's go spend money. And it's like, you can't just ask me to spend money and not buy me something. Like, you're screwing me here. I didn't ask to spend money. You asked.
Like when I was growing up, it doesn't have to be for every date, but to the first date,
date.
Definitely. Because when I was growing up, my dad taught me
You're
that
living
was...
in the 1800s. It's 2018, baby. Grow up.
Fuck off.
This is Whitney's belief, Hannah.
This
not
is my
yours.
belief, god damn it!
Well,
And I feel strongly about
You're
it.
right. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, fuck you. No, like my dad taught me that's a sign of respect, and like I remember it was the
So you don't respect him?
What?
You're not gonna pay for the guy on the first date. You have no respect for him. Like,
It's a sign of a man having respect for a woman.
why are you gonna expect him to
It's
take care of
chivalrous.
you your whole life too?
Well, no, because we're probably not going to go past a first date. Because I'm very picky. The last date I went on, oh, sweet Lord, this was 3 years ago, too, which makes it even worse. I went on a date with this guy. I had to pick him up in my car. That's another thing. I think a guy should pick up the girl.
Oh.
Like, I don't care if we meet up. That doesn't bother me. But, like, if one of us is driving, come on, pick the girl up.
Yeah.
It's nice. And, as soon as he gets in my car, he was like, so are we going halvesies on the bill or are you paying?
Like, before you even got to the restaurant?
Before we even left the parking spot.
Oh, that's messed up.
As soon as he said that, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely, no.
I would have looked at him and been like, get out of my car.
Well, it got worse because when we finally got to the restaurant, we sat down, we were talking, and he was like, by the way, I meant to ask you this earlier before we got in the car, or even before we set this date up. Can you drive me to driver's ed? And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm literally dropping you at driver's ed. You are 20-something years old.
You really wish that you would have just left him at his house the second he got in his car now, don't you?
And you know what? This is a guy, like, he was my middle school crush, and we dated for a month. It was the worst thing ever. We'd never talk to each other. Nothing like that. And then we broke up because he was a douchebag. And I always, like, had a thing for him because he was one of those guys. He was very nerdy and ugly and kind of an asshole 6th grade, but got better as he got older because he got taller, skinnier, no glasses. He cut his hair finally. Like, he was very good looking. He still is to this day. But it was such a disappointment. I was just like, yeah, this is a no-go for me. No, my vagina feels nothing right now.
My middle school crush is not cute anymore and now has a thing for my sister, so yeah.
I'm not.
Pooga.
Do you guys want to go to TGI Fridays? They do have cheese fries.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, I looked it up. I wasn't going to go if they didn't.
Oh my God.
Wait, what time is it?
1/2 a monkey's ass quarter to his balls. You
Yeah.
never heard that before?
Until
No.
cunt bag posted in our Facebook page.
Yeah, fuck her. Oh, well, I guess this is the end of the episode. Everyone's on their phones. Everyone's ignoring me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to look up a picture of the fries.
Are you?
I want to know what
What
the
is
cheese
with
looks
you
like.
and cheese fries?
Why don't you just call him and be like, hey, what kind of cheese you put on the cheese?
Although if we
It's not
leave
that
now,
simple.
we'd have to leave now because they close at, 2? And their kitchen closes at 1.
You know what's funny about this is we literally started this podcast off talking about how broke we all are, and now we're talking about going to get cheese fries.
Well, I get paid at midnight, and it's midnight right now, so it's all good.
I don't get paid
I
at
just
midnight.
have a little bit of credit on my credit card.
I, however, have cash in my wallet.
Hannah, I feel like when you were in high school, you were that person that scraped together the coins from underneath the couch cushions.
Nah, I was slinging weed. I didn't have to then.
Hannah's the kid that would sit there and jump into a fountain and pick up all the pennies.
Dude,
I
that's
would
not a bad
I don't fuck
idea.
with pennies. I think it's
Okay.
illegal.
She'd look through it and find all the dimes and quarters.
Oh,
Yeah, I
quarters
would do
all the
that.
way. Fuck nickels, though.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the nickel.
Why are nickels bigger than dimes? I mean, yeah.
Yes, I hate it.
Like, you would think
It
that they would
confuses
go,
me.
like,
I also mixed up
Smallest
their
to biggest.
names.
Well, aren't pennies bigger than dimes, too?
Yeah.
Really?
It's fucked up.
They're all the same size.
No, dimes are the smallest ones. They're just...
You think dimes and pennies are the same
So
size?
this bitch pulling out her wallet right
Oh
now.
my
Hold
God.
up. I gotta prove this point.
Oh my gosh.
You're about to feel really dumb.
I really don't.
A dime
I think
and a
they're
penny.
the same size.
No,
I'm
a
gonna
dime
laugh
is
if you don't
smaller
have
than a penny.
either in your wallet right
I
now.
might not actually.
Rip
Okay,
your
I got
down.
a penny. I got some quarters.
I got a penny.
I got a dime.
I got a dime. See? I told you.
It's like
The dime is smaller.
1/8 of a
It's
centimeter.
still smaller.
But still smaller, though.
It is.
All right. Well, we're at 55 minutes almost. So,
All
like...
right, it's been real.
Hannah's like, peace out, goodbye.
Hey, bye,
Cheese
bitches.
fries.
They got mac
I
and
guess we'll see you
cheese.
next time on that podcast that has the S word
Okay,
in
I
it.
don't think at the end it counts.
Okay, good. All right, we'll see you next time on No Bullshit, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Are you guys say bye, Alyssa?
Adios.
Why do you make things... Ugh,
Cause it's fun.
whatever. All right, bye, guys.